What is up, crazy fam? Guys, listen up. In today's video, we're gonna take a look at one of the best AoE builds in the game. We've been doing a lot of testing, and this right here does so much damage no matter how many enemies you have in front of you, and it also does very good single target damage, and that is precisely what makes this setup great, because it can do everything really well. We're gonna be combining a lot of stuff here to make this build feel phenomenal. As you guys can see, the gameplay is taking place on the Apocalypse difficulty, and we're literally just melting ads in general. And with this setup, you'll still be able to do tons of damage to bosses, which makes it viable across the board. So what we're going to be doing here, guys, is we're going to be combining the Hunter with the Gunslinger. We're going to take Hunter's Shroud and combine it with the one and only Bulletstorm. Marius, thank you so much for the sub, you absolute legend. This is the armor that I'm rocking. For the relic, we're using the Shielded Heart, and the fragments are going to be range crit chance, range damage, and ranged critical damage, which is perfect for our overall build. And for the weapon, we're going to be using one of my favorites in the game, Pulse Rifle. Our mod choice is going to be the Corrosive Rounds in combination with the Twisted Wounds Mutator. And when you combine these two, guys, there's so much elemental damage and dot damage happening that it really does melt everything in front of you, both in AoE and in single target damage. But there's one key component to all of this to make this build work, and that is going to be the Amulet. Energized Neck Coil increases status effect damage by 25%. Applying a damaging status effect creates a 5-meter explosion for 20% of the status effect's full damage. And since we have multiple ways to apply status effects, that's why this is so good. When it comes to the rings, this is where you have a lot of options. For this build, it's kind of obvious that the best pick would be this one right here, Stone of Malevolence. Elemental damage generates 15% additional mod power, since we're pretty much doing elemental damage 24/7. However, if you don't have this one, I was testing Fire and Sigil. Critical and weak spot hits generate 10% additional mod power. This is also pretty good because you are going to be dealing a lot of critical damage because of the Corrosive Rounds, giving you 15% extra crit chance. Next one is going to be the Alumni Ring. Increases all elemental damage by 10%. Now, I am using Ring of Flawed Beauty because I like to see those big weak spot damage numbers. However, this does lower your range damage by 15%. So instead of this, you can run a few options. For example, you can run the Burden of the Gambler. Disables weak spots, increases critical chance by 10% and critical damage by 20%, which would pair really well with the Fire and Sigil. Or you can run the Stone of Balance, increases all damage by 7%. And obviously, there's some other options in there. So this is pretty much like a free slot that you can experiment with and come up with something that suits your playstyle even more. And in the final slot, we're 100% going for the Probability Chord for the increase of crit damage by 30%. Now let's quickly take a look at the traits. Fortify, Vigor, Expertise, Fitness, Siphoner, Spirit. Spirit is at 16%. However, you can bump this up all the way to 20. Barkskin at level 5 and Endurance at level 2. So how good is this build? Guys, I've been having a blast with this setup. As you guys can see in the gameplay, you're literally just melting everything, man. I like to bunch up a lot of ads and just absolutely destroy them. But obviously, as mentioned, even in single target damage, this does not fall off. So yeah, make sure to try it out. It is tons of fun. For the secondary weapon, I used Nebula with the Harmonizer Mutator. And the reason I like this combination, guys, since we're trying to deal elemental damage and cause the AoE explosions with the necklace, Nebula also works with that really well. And on top of that, we're going to be running the Harmonizer plus 10, which increases the mod damage, which means the nanites are going to be more effective. And at level 10, it says generate 25% additional mod power for stowed weapon. So while I'm using this gun right here, I'm charging the Pulse Rifle mod, especially with the changes and the Enigma nerf. And since we're used to really good AoE clear with Enigma, I feel like this is even better because the damage is instant. It doesn't take time to melt them. The explosions just take care of everything since we're doing different kinds of elemental dot damage. So yeah, make sure to check it out. And also let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you once again for all the exceptional support that you guys have been showing. We got some insane builds on the channel, so make sure to check them out. As always, ladies and gents, never forget to share that positive energy all around. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one.
Let's go! Let's go, baby! Let's go!
I mean, we literally have the best community of all time. Oh! Oh!
scoped.